Hello, welcome to Legal Awareness web series. In our English series, today we are going to talk about three very shameful, painful incidents involving our women, which clearly reflect that we do not yet treat our women as equal citizens of India. Incidentally, all the three cases are from Gujarat. I hope that this is not part of the so-called Gujarat model. Now, we in last 5-6 years have been abusing liberals. To be a liberal has become a dirty word. But liberals have been cautioning us, have been writing on this, not only in India but elsewhere, that if we become rightist or leftist, then there is going to be a huge problem. Because all the regressive ideologies look backward rather than forward. In jurisprudence, there is a school called Historical School of Jurisprudence. Now, the Historical School of Jurisprudence attaches lot of importance to the history, to the past, and they feel that law is not made, but law grows like a language in the society. I am not on the historical school today, but all the regressive ideologies that have caused tremendous hardship to humanity, they all looked backward. So Nazism was saying that Germans are a superior race. It was a racist ideology, and we know how in the Second World War or in Germany of 1930s and 40s, Jews were oppressed and exploited. The Hindutva ideology also looks backward. It also glorifies past. It also tries to revive the old order. It also talks of Aryans as a superior race. Islamic fundamentalism also looks backward, glorifies past, look to the glory of Islam in past and wishes to revive it. I am really sad to see that we have reached this stage that today menstruation by women, which is a biological process, has become a kind of a problem for us. In 2015, when Sabrimala priest said that today we have machines which can detect whether you are having weapons on your body, a day will come when we will be able to detect whether women are menstruating. A young girl from Patiala, Nikita Azad, then started a very interesting social movement in social media called Happy to Believe, which was supported not only by the women but also by our men. She is now a Rhodes Scholar. I am really sad to tell you that in Gujarat, in a recent incident, on the complaint of a hostel official to the principal, the girls were asked to show their underwear to female teachers so that they can examine them whether they are menstruating or not. This is our undergraduate students of a Swami Narayan sect run college in Gujarat. This is a Hindu religious group. And what was a complaint? The college has a very regressive dated rule that there is a register which is being maintained of women who are menstruating. And therefore they need to enter their names, and from this date to this date they will be in this situation. And then there will be all kinds of exclusionary rules which will come into play. The college authorities were upset that for last 2 months women were not making their entries. And what were these rules? If you are in your periods, you are barred from entering a temple. One can understand that if you have such kind of religious feeling or religious argument, probably okay, even though modern liberal scholars may not accept even this. But maybe some room of reasonable accommodation can be made here. But they will not be allowed to enter kitchens. And here was a complaint that some girls who entered the hostel kitchen were menstruating. They will not be allowed to mix with other students. When food will be served, they will sit away from others. They will clean their own dishes. in the class they must sit in the last row when they are in their periods. What are we doing? Are we a liberal modern democracy which promised in our preamble dignity of individual? Are we a country which said that men and women will be equal, there will be no discrimination only on the basis of sex? Our Article 15 Clause 3 permits making of special provision for women. Forget about the special provision. We are not treating them even as humans. And then the Vice Chancellor of this affiliated college of the university is saying that the girls are at fault and they had to apologize. In 2017 also, in northern India, similarly 70 students, as many as 70 students, they had to stand naked to show that they are not menstruating because some hostel official has found some blood in bathrooms. I think this is terrible. And when the father of these girls reached this Bhuj college, the girls were crying. I think they must have been under huge mental trauma, and this standing and then examination must have given them a lot of mental agony. I feel really depressed. In fact, as a constitutional law student and teacher, we were always worried about Aadhaar, passports, this and that, because state is becoming increasingly intrusive. Our government has argued in the Supreme Court that there is no right to privacy. And now you see that in schools and colleges, the administration does not believe in the privacy of its students. Similarly, on February 20, in another case from Gujarat, female trainee clerks of Surat municipal corporations were asked to stand naked together in a room for medical test so that the gynecology people can find out that they are not pregnant. Very personal, private questions were asked about their pregnancy. I think it is none of the business for anybody to ask these questions. Even unmarried girls were put questions about pregnancy. And a third incident which has really hurt me was administration of oath to 1,000 children in Surat on the Valentine Day that they will not indulge in affairs and they will marry as per wishes of their parents. I am okay if parents' wishes are honored, but there cannot be a forced relationship and a forced marriage, because a forced marriage is under international law considered to be a form of a slavery. And in India, we have rampant cases of such forced marriages. In fact, as many as 15.4 million cases of forced marriages are there in India. We are just next to Pakistan, and this is not good for any liberal democracy. We made a bogey out of love jihad, and I am sad to say that even Supreme Court in Hadia case ordered NIA probe as if it is a terror matter. It has nothing to do with terrorism. And then the NIA report came in and it closed the matter and they did not find any terror link. Our government has informed Lok Sabha that there is nothing like love jihad. Yet if you watch TV channels, you read newspapers, there is so much of talk of love jihad. I believe in a country where ministers, where constitutional functionaries who take oath to preserve and protect the constitution and to abide by the constitution, they are involved and accused of rape and molestation. They are indulging in all kinds of corruption. They are not honoring the oath given in the constitution, and we are taking this oath from these children, even though this oath legally has no standing whatsoever, and these people are not bound by this oath when they grow of marriageable age. Yet I think in any school, organizing that kind of event, that too on a Valentine Day, is a very, very regressive move. I believe universities and colleges have to be liberating spaces. Universities and colleges have to accept the autonomy of individual. After all, Article 21 of Indian Constitution has been expanded by the Supreme Court to include right to privacy, right to individual autonomy, right to dignity of the individual, right to live with human dignity. Supreme Court has repeatedly said that right to life does not mean right to animal existence. You need to live with human dignity. And this is also mentioned in our preamble that dignity of individual is one of the main promises which Indian Constitution has made to people of India. I feel that the National Women Commission must move with God speed, and all people who are involved in these three incidents should be brought to book. If you really like Legal Awareness web series, I request you to subscribe us and like us on Facebook and Twitter. We have also made an app which you can now download. It is called Legal Awareness app. You can download it from Google App Store, and if you are finding it difficult to download, one number is now appearing on your screen. You can send a missed call and you will get your app. Thank you very much.